Hey guys, this is Alex in Automotive and More, and we finally have the 285 7017 Recon Grapplers from Nitto installed on the truck. And first impressions, I have to say, nothing negative. Pretty much all positive. These tires look absolutely amazing. You have two sidewall choices. I did make a video on the tires outside of the vehicle if you guys want to see that, on why I chose them. But now that I have them on the vehicle, super happy that I chose these tires. Went with this sidewall choice. The other side is a little bit more aggressive. I think this side looked a little bit cleaner for this vehicle. So first impressions, these are surprisingly quiet tires. Especially compared to the Nitto Ridge Grapplers that we had before. I know they were older tires, are pretty worn down, but I was still surprised on how quiet these are compared to them. So that's definitely a positive. They also feel more plush. These are the same load rating as the OEM tires. They're just a little bit bigger. Originally we had 265 7017s. These are 285 7017s on a 22 4Runner off-road, TRD off-road, and it's the perfect fit. And also something that makes me absolutely happy is that it actually fits the wheel well quite well, so it fills it out more. Not that much of a gap. We did remove the wheel spacers just so we wouldn't encounter any rubbing issues, and I think it is perfect now that it has wider tires. The tires are basically flush with the fenders, which is just about the look that we wanted. Not a huge fan of tires sticking out a whole lot. So this is perfect. It's also going to help keep the vehicle a little bit cleaner. This is my wife's vehicle, so she uses this vehicle every day, mostly as a grocery getter and to drive the family anywhere we need to go. So this vehicle needs to stay practical. So quiet tires, good tires that were good on fuel efficiency were important, and also tires that can take us off-road if we need to. And I think for all terrains these are pretty aggressive while maintaining those qualities of being quiet and good on fuel. I'll have to do more long-term reviews to confirm that, but so far so good. I absolutely got no complaints on them, and they look absolutely amazing on these TRD Pro wheels. And I believe that this had to be the perfect size for the 4Runner. This is how it should have came from the factory. So my 4Runner, just to give you guys some context, it's sitting on a 2-inch lift using Bilstein 6112s in the front. It's sitting on a 1-inch lift using a Bilstein B12 coil spring on the back, Sumo bump stops, and 5100 shock in the rear. It rides absolutely perfect. Got rid of a lot of that bump stop, a lot of that dive that these 4Runners come from with the factory that I did not like. The ride's much firmer in a good way. It's much more controlled. No body roll, or less body roll. I can't say no body roll. Less body roll, but no body roll compared to how it was from the factory. And yeah, it is a good combination, especially for the money. I mean, that suspension setup runs you about $1,300–$1,400 with the bump stops. And tires, you know, I found a good deal on them, and I got them for about $1,000. So I got a really good deal for 285 7017s. These are the SLs, meaning standard load. They do have LT versions of these tires that have a little bit deeper tread and a much harder tread compound, and as well as sidewalls and stuff like that. So we were looking for comfort, so that's why we didn't go with those. But of course, if you do get the LT version, you'll probably get even more life out of these tires, as well as a little bit of a stiffer and harsher ride. But that's not exactly what we were looking for this vehicle, as it is the family vehicle. And we got them installed at Discount Tire. Reason why I went to Discount Tire to get them installed is road force balancing, which is the absolute best option if you want to get, you know, your tires balancing, your tires balanced. And I'll have to make a video on that, on why road force balance is so much better. But it basically, you know, to cut it short, it accounts for other variables of tire imperfections on the sidewall, or maybe out of round, where it allows you to account for that. So yeah, what do you guys think? 285 7017s on a 4Runner look absolutely great. Super happy with how the vehicle looks now. And the Recon Grapplers were a good choice. There's a million tires this size cheaper than Recon Grapplers. Recon Grapplers are not the most expensive tire. They're definitely not the cheapest tire, but I think a well worth investment on quality. Nitto makes pretty good tires. Their sidewalls are pretty nice looking. You have options of different sidewalls, usually within most of their tires. I believe they're off-road tires at least. And they have a pretty good reputation of being tough. That's why if you look at King of the Hammers, they're very well known there for having a tough reputation. So yeah, would you guys get the Nitto Recon Grapplers? I'm probably thinking I want to get these for that truck, which is currently on 35s, but I want to go up to 37 by 11 and a half 17. I don't plan on going any bigger on this. Reason why I don't plan on going any bigger with this one is because spare tire. So a 285 7017 is as big as you can fit for a spare tire. Let's see if I can give you a quick little glimpse. It fits, but it's tight. I don't think anything bigger than that will fit. You kind of see it does stick out a bit further than the OEM downwise as well. So that's as big as you can go diameter wise for a spare tire. I'll make a video on that too, give you a little bit more details on fitting a 285 7017 on a 4Runner, but basically no issues there. So yeah, and I'll also I guess I'll just make a video on that, on all the details on what was done to get these tires to fit with no rub. We have absolutely no rub here in the back, as you guys can see. Nothing's touching, and no rub there in the front as well. Everything's more than far away. But yeah guys, let me know what you guys think. Would you go with this setup? Would you change anything? Let me know in the comments, and we'll discuss it there. Like and follow for more.